What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keep Forging, where we help business professionals who are doing very well in their business, but have become stagnant in their health habits and in their fractured relationships, but who want to start winning again in those areas. My name is Eric Tilley. I'm a certified nutrition coach and personal trainer and an absolute fanatic about helping men be the men that they desire to be. Today, we're going to be talking about a thing I hear a lot that, well, Eric, why do I need to do this? Or why do I need to do that? Because I already eat clean. And before we get started, remember, guys, to click that subscribe button. It costs absolutely nothing to subscribe, but the payoff could be priceless to the other men in your life that you know need our message and who will benefit from today's show. And that's the only way we grow, is if you subscribe. So thank you very much. And so, yeah, I eat clean, Eric. I already eat clean. And that's fantastic. We need to eat clean, right? But let's pretend that we're just this beautiful, whatever your dream car is. That's what we are. That's how God created us, this beautiful vehicle that we've got, right? And so eating clean is great, but that's just the gas in the tank. That's just the fuel that gets your car going, that gets our body moving and going, is the fuel we put into the tank, right? And you could say, man, I put 93 octane, the best gas, the best fuel you can possibly put in. I put that into my car. Well, what if that's all you do? That's all that clean eating is. But we know good and well that it takes a lot more things to keep your car running and to keep it running as efficient and as well as it possibly can. So what happens if we don't change the oil? And no matter what, no matter how good of gas you put into your car, if you're driving your car and you're just using it, right, impurities are going to get into the oil, and the oil must be changed at certain time periods, right? That's just a fact. So same thing with our bodies. No matter what, if we're just living, we are going to be getting impurities into our bodies. And that's just a matter of fact. So we've got to detoxify. And we do. Our bodies are incredible. And so changing that oil, detoxification, it does help little bits. And what speeds that up the most, the best way to detoxify, is through fasting. That is when you give your liver a break. You give your digestive system a break, a much needed rest. And that is going to really speed up that detoxification period. The longer you fast, the more you're changing your oil. The more frequently you fast, the more frequently you're changing your oil. So remember that. That's a huge deal, to change your oil. And what if you never change your oil? It's going to fail. I mean, you're going to fail eventually, right? So same thing with filters, right? We've got to change the oil filter and the other filters and fluids that are in the car in order to function properly. And that's our liver. Our liver is a natural filter that while we're eating food, so no matter what you eat, when you drink alcohol, when you eat fried foods, when you eat good foods, all of that is being filtered through your liver. And so that's how fatty liver, things like that happen. Or if you're putting impurities in things that are passing through that liver and they're keeping it from going all to the rest of your body. So again, a great way to shut that down is pausing the digestive process, which is called fasting. So if you fast, you give your liver a break. Now it's not filtering the junk food. It is naturally detoxifying the body. So we've got to change our filters as well as change the oil and as well as the gas that goes in the tank. All right. And what about our carburetor? The airflow. That if your carburetor is supposed to be this wide open, but because of all the gunk and thing that's in there, it's only, it's closed up about that much. It's still working, right? But it's putting a tremendous amount of stress on the engine in order for the engine has to work harder, like our heart and our bodies, right? So if we're not cleaning out our bodies, if we're not detoxifying and actually cleaning it out and stop putting so much in, we are putting an enormous amount of stress on our bodies, which we're already under an enormous amount of stress with running our businesses and trying to be the husband that our wife is craving for us to be at home. all of the activities that our kids are doing that they want us present at. Our kids want our time. And so here we are trying to balance home, life. I mean, even to be able to sit down and have some time to read your Bible and walk with the Lord, all these things that we feel like we've got to do to make ourselves better, it puts us under a tremendous amount of stress. And especially in our business where we're responsible for a lot of other people's lives and their livelihood and this and that happening. I mean, I don't have to tell you that we are under a ton of stress. So we want to clean out our carburetor, right? Which means we want to keep our stress levels down as much as we possibly can. So you can't avoid all these things, just like driving a car. You can't avoid the toxins coming in. You can't avoid needing to change the filters. You can't avoid all the stress. But how do we manage those things? How do we keep it in tune so our car is going to be running efficiently as good as it possibly can for as long as it possibly can? Because guess what? You could put in all the great fuel and the perfect fuel that you need, but if we're not doing these other things, our car's going to break down. We're going to be stranded. We're going to be on the side of the road, and then it's going to take all these expensive things to change to change, right? You know, if we wreck our engine, we wreck our heart. You know, now we need to go through a major procedure to help our heart out, our liver function, and we have to go under our kidneys, right? So all these things that our body's trying to do health wise, and if we're wrecking them, those procedures are going to cost a lot more later on if we don't handle them. Cost true money, cost time, cost our health journey. It could cost how we show up in our business and in our family. I mean, we need to be out of the shop and running down the road as much as we possibly can, right? So that's what I tell everybody who says I already eat clean. Yes, let's eat clean and keep eating clean, but that's just the fuel in the tank. We got to do all these other things to keep this incredible machine going that God blessed us with. So I hope that helps you guys today. I hope that makes sense. And remember, there is no silver bullet. There is no I just eat clean. There's no silver bullet in your health or your relationships, but there are many golden BBs, and gold is more valuable than silver, and you are more valuable than both in the eyes of God. So God bless and keep forging.